Step in and see! This side of the grave, John Merrick has no hope, no expectation of relief. To live with this physical hideousness, incapacitating deformities, and unremitting pain, to be exposed to the faces of horror by all who see him. Step in and see the Elephant Man.
It is said that to be accepted for who we are can evoke the strongest human emotions. To be rejected for who we are is one of man's greatest fears. We live in a society that accepts and rejects based on status, performance, and appearance. Today we'll learn from a man named John Merrick, a man who was so ugly and so deformed that he was cast out by society. Yet even through all this, he found true acceptance through God, who loves us even when we are so unlovely. From the timeless literary classic, The Elephant Man by Bernard Palmer's.
Please, this is a brutal, indecent, and immoral display. It is public indecency and is forbidden here.
Sir, I was promised a permit. Competition's good for business. Where's the spirit of competition?
Right here.
Don't do that. You'll kill him.
You're better off dead. What is going on here? Frederick Trees, lecturer in anatomy at the London Hospital.
I've had it with this poor wretch.
I'd be curious to see if he has some genuine disorder and examine him in the hospital in the interests of science.
Sir, I get him his living. I found him in the Leicester workhouse. His own ma put him there at the age of 3, couldn't stand the sight of him. You see why. He's a liability, but if you want to borrow capital, pay interest.
Fair enough. The most striking feature about him was his enormous head. Its circumference was that of a man's waist. From the brow projected a bony mass, while from the back of the head hung bags of fungus-looking skin. His right arm was overgrown and useless. His left arm was remarkable and perfectly normal. To add to further trouble, the wretched man when a boy developed hip disease, so that he could only walk with a stick. Please.
How long is as long as I like?
You may stay for life. You are happy, are you not, John?
Yes, the workhouse, they beat you like a drum. Boom, boom, but I'm happy here.
The baths have rid you of your odor, have they not?
First chance I've had to bathe regularly.
3 meals a day, a roof, call it home.
Home.
No, really say it. This is my home. I have a home. Go on.
I have a home. This is my home. As long as I like.
He knows sections of the Bible by heart. The Psalms he loves, the book of Job perplexes him. He can't see that a just God caused suffering, merely then to be merciful. He shall be sorry when he dies. His heart won't sustain him much longer. I need the help of an experienced nurse. Miss, you've seen
Diseases, the awful scourges that our Lord sends us. Yes, sir.
he has a disorder, not a disease. I've been let down so far. He's quite beyond ugly.
Let me put your mind to rest. In Africa, I have cared for lepers. Appearances do not daunt me.
Fair enough. John, this is Miss...
Oh my God in heaven! No one will do this.
I want want to live in a home for blind people.
You're not blind, you don't have to move.
I would prefer it when no one stared at me. Do you believe in heaven?
No.
I believe.
You've seen photographs of John Merrick. You're acquainted with his appearance. Well, my aim is to lead him a normal life. He likes to meet people and converse. I'm determined he shall. Most critical, I feel, however, are women. They have always shown the greatest fear and loathing of him. I'm convinced they're the key to retrieving him from his exclusion. I must warn you, though, women are not quite real to him. They're more creatures of his imagination.
Then he's already like other men, Mr. Trees.
So I thought an actress could help. You see, you're trained to hide your feelings and assume others. If you could enter the room and smile and wish him a good morning, and when you leave, shake his hand. The left one. John, my boy, this is Mrs. Kendall.
Good morning, Mr. Merrick.
I planned so many things to say, I forget them. You are so beautiful.
How very charming, Mr. Merrick.
You are a famous actress. You display yourself for a living like I did.
That is not myself, Mr. Merrick. That is an illusion. This is myself.
Is myself too.
You like to read?
Reading Romeo and Juliet.
I adore love stories.
If I had been Romeo, I would not have held the mirror to her breath.
The scene where Julie appears to be dead. He holds a mirror to her breath and he sees
nothing. He kills himself. He only cares about himself.
not care.
Does he take her pulse? Get a doctor? No, he kills himself. He only cares about himself. If I had been Romeo, we would have got away.
Then there would be no play, Mr. Merrick?
If he did not love her, why should there be a play?
That is extraordinary. I must go now, Mr. Merrick. It has been a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. Thank you.
Thank you. I've never shook a woman's hand before.
Last Friday afternoon, he passed in his sleep. Death by asphyxiation. As he spent his time here, he achieved normality. He was highly intelligent. He had an acute sensibility. It makes us think he's very much like ourselves.
Do you believe in heaven?
No.
I believe in heaven. You saved me. You are merciful. I am proof